Good morning and good evening, friends. Welcome to goonlinetrainings.com. So, today and tomorrow, we're going to be having demo classes. So, totally two demo classes are free. You can attend same time with the same meeting ID tomorrow, today and tomorrow as well. These recorded videos are going to be uploaded in the Go Online Trainings YouTube channel. So, you will be able to find out all the recorded videos over there, and you can also see lot of success stories as well. Yeah, am I clear? So, ours is the premier institute for the data oriented technologies. We are going to be offering four trainings: data analytics using Power BI, Big Data Engineering or Azure Data Engineering. Third one is data science, AI and ML. Fourth one is full stack Python. Only these four courses Go Online Trainings is going to offer. So I'm going to be telling you. So recently, one guy from Vishakhapatnam got a job. He was working in a bank, right? I think IDFC Bank. He was working as a manager, government job. He quit that. He resigned there, and he got into a senior data engineer in Virtusa. I think 2 months back only he got a job, right? I can show you his offer letter. So, like that, many people from zero to hero, right? So, minimum 3 months time is sufficient to get the knowledge, but plus 3 more months you need to have to apply for the jobs and do the revision and practice. So, minimum daily 1 hour of live class you need to attend, and 2 hours you need to practice, and the minimum 3 to 6 months of time you need to have, right? So data engineering or Azure Data Engineering is completely the new course. Earlier, the same course was called as ETL engineer or ETL developer, right? It is completely taken a a new change because of large amount of data started by coming into the IT industry. Many companies, does not know what to do with the data. So suddenly the new terminology got it, established in the IT industry. That is data engineering. You will become a data engineer. So we are going to be using one cloud. So I'm going to be using Azure. So we are going to be learning Azure Data Factory, Azure Databricks, and Synapses. These are the three main technologies that I'm going to be discussing in this 3 months. Plus, you need to know SQL, you have to know data warehousing, you have to know Python programming, right? Basic level of Python, not full stack of a Python. Full stack Python is a 6 months course that is for the web development people, right? Freshers for them. Freshers can learn full stack Python 6 months course. If you wanted to become a data engineer, you don't need 6 months Python course. You need 1.5 month Python course. So we're also supplying or providing SQL and Python and data warehousing with this module. Okay, so that is what you're going to be learning. So Azure Data Factory is ETL software, Databricks or transformation software, Azure Synapses, where you're going to be performing a lot of data analytics, right? We'll understand one by one in detail from very, very basic level to advanced level. I am assuming that you're from non-IT background. You don't know anything about IT industry, right? You wanted to migrate from non-IT to IT, or you wanted to convert IT to IT. If you're a Java developer, SAP developer, mainframe developer, you can easily convert into a data engineer because more salaries are available for the uh, uh, data people, data candidates. Java developers, .NET developers, or full stack Python developers will not get much more salaries when you compare with data engineers, data analysts, data scientists will get more and more salaries and less coding. You will be able to have it. Now, data analytics will be again 3 to 6 months course. So this will be completely no coding or low coding. No coding or low coding. Big data engineering or cloud engineering or data engineering will have moderate or medium level coding. Okay. So especially you have to learn Python and SQL. So Python and SQL is needed. Plus you have remaining topics. Data science is a this will be 3 to 6 months course. Let us say 6 months course. This is also 3 to 6 months course, and this will be 12 to 18 months course. This is for the complex coding. You cannot learn simply. AI and ML don't jump into now. It will be more complicated. You have to start, getting the job, either data analyst or a big data engineer. You get into companies, work for 2 to 3 years, and slowly you can learn data science. Full stack Python for the fresher, it will be 6 months course. Clear? So you can plan. So big data engineering is completely medium level of coding will be there, not in depth of coding. But any non-IT people, mechanical, civil engineering guys, or BA, BCom guys, MBA guys also learning today data analytics or data engineering. Anything you will be able to learn within 3 to 6 months of time. Daily 2 hours of practice you need to have it, right? So data engineering course, it is a cloud base. What is a cloud? Will understand. No need of doing any installation in your laptop. Everything will be available in the Azure itself. Azure is a portal, or you can say URL based, portal. So go there and try to do complete development there. No need of installation any software. Okay. If you wanted to become a data engineering guy, no need of installation anything. So, guys, if you need any career guidance, this is my direct number, or if you need any lab support after the class, so this is my direct WhatsApp number, office number. So, make a note of this number. You will be able to connect with me daily, or whenever you get a doubt, just ping me. If I am free, if you are free, we are going to be connecting one to one, and we are going to resolve all the lab technical issues. Yeah, am I clear? So, make a note of this number as well. So, what is that I'm going to be discussing today? So, what is on premises and what is the cloud? What is Azure? What is ADF? What is ADB? And what are the types of the cloud technologies that are available? And what is a private? What is a public? What is hybrid? And what is data engineering? What is data analytics or business intelligence? What is a data science or AI and ML? All these things we are going to be discussing one by one today. Today and tomorrow we'll have demo classes. Saturday, Sunday holiday for us. And Monday we are going to be talking about new things, right? So I have given you a form to fill up. So hope you have received this form. This form is going to be having email address and lot of other details. So why the form? Why need to fill the form? So daily recorded videos, I'm going to be giving it to you. 6 months, you will be able to access these videos along with the live classes. Monday to Friday, we'll have classes. Even though you miss one class, you need not to worry about it. Daily recorded videos, we're going to be sharing, in our portal. So demo classes will be uploaded in Go Online Trainings YouTube channel. You can just go try to find today and tomorrow's demo video in the channel. If not available, I will be able to also share it with you directly. Guys, you need to fill the form and we'll continue the classes, right? So what is that we're going to be giving? We're going to be giving SQL complete knowledge we need to give, and Python at least 30 to 45 days Python knowledge is needed. It is also we have 35 hours. If you need advanced means we have 60 hours SQL syllabus is we have available. Python you can say 30 hours is more than sufficient. And a data factory it will be for 40 hours. Okay, 40 days it will be. And Azure Data Bricks also it will take 40 hours minimum, right? So Azure Synapses will be for 10 hours, and data warehousing you have to know it will be 10 hours. So all these things we are going to be having in our day classes. This is the complete roadmap for next 3 to 6 months of time, right? Some of them will be live, some of them are we are going to be providing as part of video classes. You are going to be learning through videos. So these are the things that I'm going to be offering. Some of them I'm going to be taking, some of them you have senior faculty videos are going to be provided. So SQL Server 60 hours I'm going to be covering, and the Python one more senior faculty is going to be teaching, but recorded videos. Azure Data Factory live I'm going to be having, and Databricks also live. You can get it. Synapses videos 10 hours by senior faculty, and data warehousing videos will be given. So this is the complete, the course duration. Next 1 month. So from day one, you have to start. So one SQL Server video you need to watch. So first, we are going to be starting with Azure Data Factory. So only SQL Server you need to watch daily one video, and daily you need to attend Azure Data Factory one live class. And after that, so what you do, you take one SQL Server is over, third month. Okay, you may take Python, and you can also start 3 and 4 you will start. So 3 and 4 you can start Azure Databricks. Afterwards you can watch these videos. Okay, so now we are going to be starting with SQL Server and Azure Data Factory. This will be videos we are going to be providing once you make the payment, and this will be the live classes. Yeah, am I clear? So don't tell me that I know the basic SQL, I know I have learned somewhere. It is of no use, because 60 to 50% of the interview questions are going to be coming from SQL. Remaining 50% of the questions are asked using these many modules. So more weightage is given to SQL only. If you don't know SQL very well, you cannot crack not even a single interview, right? What is SQL? I will be able to discuss now. So make sure daily you need to watch one SQL video of mine, and write the notes, right? The second one is daily attend Azure Data Factory live class. Azure Data Factory completely zero coding, drag and drop software it is. Azure Data Factory is completely what? Zero coding software, no coding at all. But at 20% of the coding you will be able to see in SQL, right? SQL is very, very easy language. 20% of the coding you will be able to write. So Azure is completely what? No coding. Okay. But Databricks, where you have the full coding with the Python. So that is what is important, guys. Okay. So, so this is what I'm going to be giving it to you. So prerequisites, you need to know SQL and Python. Azure Data Factory completely no coding. You have the completely coding here. Not very much coding. And if you know basic understanding of a Python and SQL, you will be able to learn this one. Azure Data Factory, if you know the basic of SQL, that is sufficient. Parallelly, we are going to be starting SQL and Data Factory, and anybody can attend this. Any graduate, any non-IT, IT, any age, 20, 30, 40. If you have a 10 years of gap in your career, housewives, insurance people, anybody can learn, because I'm going to be starting from very, very basic level, so that you need not worry about anything, right? As we discussed already, uh, so guys, I have given you the form, and one more thing you need to do. So make a note of my number and send me your name and your email ID and the course Azure Data Engineering. Send me one message also. This is my WhatsApp number, so that daily recorded videos I'm going to be giving it to you. The live class will get recorded. So this one you will be able to get it on daily basis. Make a note of this number, so you can just send me name, email ID, everything. So today, let us talk about why everybody is learning what is called as Azure. So before understanding of Azure, we have to know what IT industry is going to be doing. IT industry is going to be doing only two things. What are they? I stands for information technology, right? Information technology, right? So it is going to be doing only two activities. Information can be derived using a data, but what it is doing when you ask, to automobile industry, what is the core functionality which is going to be manufacturing cars? If you ask the steel industry, which is going to be giving you steel, but what IT industry is going to be giving it to you? So you should not say it is giving you a software. No, 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 no. IT industry is going to be doing only two things. Step number one, it is going to store your data. It is going to store your data, maybe company's data, social media data, or personal data, business data. It is going to be storing the data. Step number one, it is going to be computing your data. These are the two functionalities of IT industry. When you join Google company, Microsoft company, Infosys company, any company you do, you may be working towards data storage, or you may be working towards data computing. Right? Computing means what? Processing. That is what you need to understand. So nothing else you're going to be doing. If you wanted to store the data, much more data, IT industry is going to be storing where? In SQL, or called as RDBMS tools. SQL is also called as RDBMS software, or it is simply a tool. Right? So, for example, I have 10 and 20. You assume that these two numbers you have stored in your SQL or SQL or RDBMS. RDBMS means what? Relational Database Management System. So, you have stored this data. But after storing the data, what you do? You're going to be computing the data, called as a processing of the data. What do you mean by computing or processing? I wanted to know what is a sum. Sum is 30. I wanted to know, find out what is the average, that is 15. I wanted to know, find what is the minimum value, 10, maximum value, 15, average, or I would like to count. Counting is a two numbers. So all these operations, mode, median, all of them I would like to find out. Or I wanted to sort the data, ascending order, descending order, all of them are called processes. Clear? So I wanted to do some activity. I wanted to do computing operation means who's going to be doing? This will be done by the language. Okay. Processing will be done by the language like C or C++, Java, Python, .NET. So all the languages the IT industry is going to be using to process your data. Clear? So IT industry is going to be using step number one. It is going to be storing your data. Where? If it is a small amount of data, we store in Excel sheets. When you have a GBs of data, we are going to be storing the data into the SQL. When you have more and more data, we are going to be storing them in the data warehousing. And even if you have more and more data, we are going to be storing them in Apache Spark and everything. Clear? So end of the day, IT industry storing your data and processing your data. So we are going to be not learning any language, forget about it. We are completely working with the data oriented technologies. The basic thing is that you should know SQL very well. Clear? So, information technology is going to be doing only two things. But the problem here, what is the size of the data we're going to be talking about? Right? So here the size of the data, when you have a small amount of data, so for example, every month you're getting only 1000 to 2000 rows. So this is KB, kilobyte of data, megabyte of data. Where will you store small amount of data? Normally in the files. So what kind of a files you may use? Excel file or CSV file or a PDF file, MS Word file. Somewhere you're going to be storing the data, and you're also processing your data. So end of the day, you don't store, right? You're going to be processing your data also. For example, I wanted to open my Excel. Now I would like to store some data. What is the data? Serial number. What is the name of the student? And what is the course is interested in, and what is your email ID, phone number, and if you made the amount fee paid, some data I'm going to be collecting from you, and the data for admission. So for example, Raman has taken let us say Power BI course, some email ID I'm not writing, phone number I'm not writing here. He has paid, let us say, 10,000 rupees course on December 12th, let us say 2022. This is the data I have it. So when you have the data, I'm going to be storing the data where? In my Excel sheet. Like that, I have taken one more student called Sita. She joined SQL, some phone number, some email ID, blah, blah, blah. She did not join anything. She's just given the inquiry, right? Now, like that, we have one more student called Ahmad, and he would like to join SQL and some phone number, some blah, blah, blah. He paid some, let us say, 20,000 rupees on, let us say, January 12th and 2023. I have some data. So this data is nothing but your students' data. I'm storing it. After that, what I do? I would like to do a summary, right? How do you create a summary? By seeing this data, I will be able to say how many people have, let me write the summary, 2021 report. So in the I am going to be writing January month, how many people have joined, and which course also I'm going to be mentioning here. I'm going to be writing Power BI, SQL, Java. So I'm going to be having lot of things over there. I'm talking about 2021 data. Power BI, let us say 200 people have inquired. In the month of February, these many SQL, 450 inquiries I got it. So I got next month 1200 Java, 300 inquiries I got it. Next month I got only this much. So this is the raw data. I'm going to be manually creating some kind of a report, means I'm going to be processing. Clear? Manually, you're going to be processing here. So that is what you got to understand. End of the day, when you have small size of a data, so normally maximum times we're going to be storing in Excel or a file. Simply say files. So you can store and process the data. You can create a summary of the reports and everything. But when the data size is in lakhs, slowly we're talking about large amount of data you're able to get it. That is what is called GBs of data. Think about State Bank of India, or think about your Walmart or Amazon company. Every day they will get 500 GB, 200 GB of data every month. So this is going to be stored in the DBMS, or called as a relational database management software, or the tools only to store data. But who's going to be processing this much of a data? Language. Okay, language is going to be used to process your data. So what are the RDBMS tools we have? We know number one tool is called Oracle. Oracle is a software or is a tool, or a Microsoft is going to be giving you SQL Server. It is also RDBMS software. Like that, we have MySQL, which is a free software. So not very much big, but small companies are going to be using MySQL because it is a free software. Right? It is also RDBMS or SQL software. Teradata by the Teradata company. Like that, we have most Postgre SQL or Postgres. People will be calling this as Postgres or PostgreSQL or Sybase. Right? IBM company has given you a DB2 by IBM company. Like that, we have a lot of softwares worldwide. Clear? Worldwide, lot of RDBMS softwares are available. So Netiza. This is also from the IBM company. So you can store the data here. So if I have a lot of blood, I store in the blood bank. If I have a lot of gold, I'll store in the gold bank. If I have a lot of data, I have to store in the gold data bank. Data bank is called database management system, or relational database management system, or is Oracle a data bank? What is SQL Server? Microsoft data bank. MySQL is one more company's data bank. Netiza is IBM's data bank. So when you have a GBS of data, IT industry is going to be storing your data where? In your RDBMS. But how do you process? So processing purpose, we may use C or C++ or Java, .NET, blah, blah, blah. Right? So lot of things we're going to be using .NET, Python, and everything. But now the important thing, that as a data engineer, the next one you need to know. So slowly millions to the data is reached out to crores or billions. Okay, billions of data. Slowly you assume every month you're getting a 500 GB of data into 12 months of data. Think about Amazon company's data. Every month, 500 GB, you're getting it. So it will become 6,000 GB, which is equivalent to 6 terabytes of data. It is 1 year data. But think about 10 years of data. A day is 6 into 10. It will become in 60 terabytes. Slowly, your data is not in GBs, it will be in terabytes. So, what software industry is going to be using now? Data warehouse. So, this is what you need to understand. So, when you have terabytes of data, your SQL will go, your RDBMS will disappear. You're going to be using now data warehousing tools or software to store the data. Languages are completely gone. BA tools are introduced in this to process the data, because Java, or if you take a Python or a .NET, anything you take it, it will be coding. Okay. So what is the problem here? You need to write much of coding here. That is the biggest problem. If you want to process the data size is going to increase slowly. People does not want to code. So this is when people are started using a lot of BA tools, right? SAS BI, SAP BI, right? BI tools, or Power BI, or MS BI. Lot of tools have been introduced only to process the data. The beauty is that no coding here. So you can easily, without coding, you can prepare a lot of visualizations. But what is a data warehouse? Data warehouse is nothing but a large hardware you have to buy. SQL only you need to install there. That is what you got to understand. So we have same SQL. SQL means anything. All these are called as SQL softwares. If you wanted to prepare a data warehouse, means you need to install SQL only, but hardware you need to buy bigger hardware. I will give you a simple example. I wanted to go in for a laptop. What is laptop? 4 GB of RAM I am having, or I would like to buy. One i3 processor or i5 processor I can recommend. So I'm having 1 terabyte of hard disk. This is my laptop's configuration. I have installed SQL. SQL means Oracle, or any one RDBMS software I have installed. What is the maximum data I can store using SQL? So if I give data here, the data will be stored in the hard disk. End of the day, SQL is also going to store hard disk data in the hard disk only. The other hand, what I'm trying to do, I am trying to buy bigger hardware, 150 GB of RAM. I'm having it. Okay, 100 i5 processors are running, not only one processor. Here I have only one processor, and let us say 200 terabyte of hard disk I have, disk space. This is a disk, hard disk. Now tell me, if I install same SQL here, what is the data I can load? 200 terabyte of data. So that is what you got to understand. It is a small laptop I'm talking about here, a bigger hardware, large hardware I'm going to be talking about. Both of them and are having same software. SQL means any software you can have, but as a layman terminology, data warehousing means large hardware you need to procure and install either Oracle SQL Server, then that is called as a Oracle data warehouse, or SQL Server data warehouse. So SQL Server is Microsoft go down. You can think like that. So SQL means a tank or a bank. What you do in the tank? You put the water, you get the water. In the bank, what you do? You put the cash, you get the cash. In SQL Server and Oracle, what you do? You put the data, you get the data. So RDBMS means a tank or a bank. So what do you store? Large amount of data. What is the data? If it is a small database, so you're going to be storing less amount of data. If it is a large database, means it is a data warehousing software. So small or bigger doesn't matter, all of them are available where? In your data centers. When you go, IT companies are going to be maintaining lot of data centers. You will be able to see all the data warehousing machines. Okay, data warehousing machines are available in your data centers. On the bigger computers you can have, small computers, bigger computers, everything will be here only. So these are called data centers. Data centers where you are going to be having all your data warehousing or small SQL, Oracle machines also. You are going to be having it here. Who's going to be maintaining? IT companies like Infosys, Cognizant, all the people are going to be maintaining all these things there. Okay, so the story does not end here. So today, people are not talking about only this much of a data. People are talking about today beyond this data. So now our course is going to be more focusing on data warehousing tools. Compulsorily, you need to know. So the next one I'm going to be talking about. So what is called as after year 2000. After year 2000, what has happened worldwide? It is going to be social media got introduced. Social media slowly started coming in. Internet people started using, and hardware becoming so cheaper. Many people and the phone also got lot of advantage in the phone apps or got created because of that. Much more data started coming in when after year 2000 only. So this was a story before year 2000. Clear? If you see the complete IT history, if you see the complete IT history, IT industry started when in 1920 we got computer is invented by whom? Charles Babbage invented a computer this time, right? But afterwards, in 1930, we got a language called, a language called binary. So that time, computer means you think about a calculator. That's it. So computer only to process the data, not to store your data. Calculator cannot store your data. Remember that. So computer means calculator. You remember like that. Calculator cannot store your data, but you need to feed the numbers if you wanted to know the sum and everything. That time binary language is used. What do you mean by binary? Ones and zeros. Like that, people are going to be using to feed the data. It will be very, very difficult. 1940 language called A language got introduced, but it is failed. Next, we got a language called B is got introduced. It is also failed. 1960s, a language called C language is invented by Bell Laboratories US. Clear? So by Dr. Dennis Ritchie. So he is the mathematician who invented a C language, which is more powerful. Everybody started using it is English like a language, but it is also having some issue. Some Bell Laboratories invented one more language called Advanced C language. This is also called as today C++ language, right? So it has some more concept. It is also called as OOPS language, object oriented programming, which is advanced C only. Okay, so it is invented because some issues in the C language. That is the reason. So 1980, similar to advanced C, the Java is created. Java is same as your advanced C or C++. In 1991 or 90s, so you got one more language called Python, right? Year 2000, one more language called .NET. So these many things have been introduced. Even though Python is introduced or invented long back, why everybody using Python today? Because only one reason is no coding or easy. You never know that you are writing a coding. That is the reason all modern application like data science, data analytics, data engineering, modern applications started using only Python, not Java, not C, not C++, not anything else, not .NET. Why? Because Python is easy. Only that reason everybody today, even in data engineering also, we are talking about Python, Python, Python. Why? Today's world does not want to code. Today's younger generation does not want to code. So IT industry also implemented everywhere, instead of Java, instead of C, C++, IT industry started using only Python because today's generation does not want to code. So that is the reason every day, every time we are going to be using only Python today. That is the reason you people are advised to learn these things. Am I clear? So everywhere only processing of the data only. So this year only IBM company invented SQL, okay, or RDBMS to store your data. This is invention of IBM company. Clear? So if you see your history, this is what you need to understand. So you can see Excel files are there in 1960s. So SQL is invented when? Is invented in 1970s. Okay. So languages are there 1960 onwards. 1960, the first language, popular language, see, right? And data warehousing is implemented in 1990s only. And the BA tools, business intelligence tools, BA tools are launched in the year 2000. Clear? So, but now after this, we have what is called as a data. After 2000 year, you are getting so much of a data. You're going to be getting trillions of data, right? This kind of a data size, when you ask me, petabyte of data, zettabyte of data, yottabyte of data, yottabyte of data, a special name is given to this by Google company, Big Data. This naming is given by Google in year 2003. Clear? So 2003, Google was searching engine that time. They were experiencing a large amount of data started coming in, but IT industry was not ready. IT industry stopped inventions only to store this much of a data, but that is only 1000 only terabytes we're talking about in here. But afterward, 1000 terabytes is equivalent to 1 petabyte. So 1024 petabyte into like the zettabyte, you have so much of data coming in. So this kind of a data. So first in 2003, Google has given a name Big Data. So this is what is called Big Data. Means what is this? All this data is called as a small data. So this is completely called as a small data only. So whether it is a KBs of data, right? Gigabyte of data, even terabytes of data is called as a small data. Now, we do not have anything to store big data because data warehouse can store only terabytes. Now, taken this paper by one more company. The company is called as Apache Software Foundation. It is not a company, it is a charitable organization. It is going to be creating softwares for free. Apache software has taken Google paper and Google has done a lot of paper and they have released a paper on the big data. When in year 2003, the paper has been taken by this guy, Apache guy, they have released a software because they don't have any software to process this much of data. Apache Hadoop is a software released. Okay, so Apache Hadoop software is released in year 2006 by which company? Apache Software Foundation, which is going to be giving you everything for free. It is open source. So Apache software is released in year 2006. Now, in this, you have two things. One is called you can store the data. So two things you need to do. One is called storing the data. Second one is called processing the data. We have what is called as a HDFS. HDFS to store your data. MapReduce is one more algorithm to process your data. MapReduce is completely Java. HDFS means Hadoop distributed file system to store your data. Clear? So this was a story in year 2006. Java program you have to write. So Java is more complex. It is going to be storing the data in HDFS. HDFS means what? It is going to be storing the data into the hard disk. End of the day, you have to use a disk or the hard disk. Now, because of this, Java means more complex. Java means what? More complex. And a disk means more slow. Slow. So much of a data, if you store in the disk, hard disk, it will be slow, reading and writing purpose, and which is very, very complex. These are the two reasons why entire IT industry got a negative feedback saying that no, 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 no. We don't want to use Apache, Hadoop to store your data. Apache Hadoop is going to be storing data into the HDFS, Hadoop distributed file system. We are going to be discussing this later. And MapReduce is a Java-based program. Because of so much of a data we are talking about, and it has become a slow. Why it is slow? It is storing data into the hard disk, and people not ready to write complex coding, because as I told you, people does not want to write Java. They need a modern language like Python. Python is old one only, but very easy. So that feedback is given to Apache. Now Apache has given one more software, that is Apache Spark, in year 2009. And here also two things. One is we can store the data, we can also process the data. Clear? But now here it is going to store your data into the RAM. And for the processing purpose, we were using Java. Now it is implemented a Scala. Scala is new language. Now Scala is also gone. People started using Python. Right? Or you can also write SQL, lot of other languages, but every Scala is the new language implemented by this. So we are going to be talking about Apache Spark today, and it is going to be storing the data into the RAM. Because of this, it has become so popular because it is very much faster and it is easy. Because of that, Apache Spark is going to be storing large amount of data today. So Apache Spark is even more bigger, even more faster, and free software. I told you Apache is not going to sell anything. It is a charitable organization. Apache Spark, we are going to be learning as part of your data bricks. Clear? Data bricks means Apache Spark only. So 2000 and you know 9, Apache Spark is got released to store big data, to process big data. Now, from the Apache company, Apache Software Foundation, some people came out in which year? In year 2012, and one guy called Dr. Ali, he came out and started one more, that is what is called data bricks. Okay, he came out from where? Apache Spark. Whoever is invented Apache Spark, one of the guy or few guys came in. So Ali, I think God say he's the guy came out. He invented data bricks in when? In the 2012. So Databricks is not going to give you anything. Using the Databricks software, so what you can do, you can set up Apache Spark. Clear? So Databricks is not, it is a piece of software only, but Databricks is going to be working with the Apache Spark. Apache Spark underlying, it is going to be storing large amount of data. Clear? So what is the Databricks? Databricks is a software, a piece of software which is going to be managing hardware and software, everything. I wanted to give you one simple example. I wanted to have my sister's wedding done. Okay, marriage, I wanted to perform. So what I do, I have to go and get the hall, right? I need to take care of the hall booking. Step number one. Step number two, I have to go and I need to go and hire a cameraman, right? And I want to go and have the catering, food services. I wanted to go and have the decoration, right? So this is me. I have to take care of many things. So what is that? I have to take a decoration, food and function halls, everything I need to take care. It will be big problem. So instead of me doing everything, what I do, this is me. I will have a event management company I will approach. If I approach event management company, they also do all of them. They will be doing it cheaper, and it will be more convenient for you. This event management company, end of the day, they will have camera. They need to book the function hall. Everything they will be doing it. However, you have done it, but you don't have any headache. This event management company called your Databricks. It is going to be storing your data where an Apache Spark on. So Databricks is a event management company, which is going to be getting everything ready for you, right? So when you go and give some data, Databricks is going to be storing the data into the Apache Spark. This is your event manager. Clear? So that is what you got to understand. So you can go and try to, you go directly and do the setup and configuration, everything. That will big headache for you. You go, you hide the functional, you go and you get the food, accommodation, traveling, everything. Instead of you arranging, what you do, you busy with your work. You give your wedding, marriage function to event management company. They will be taking care of everything, right? So Databricks is nothing but an event management company, which is going to be internally having what? Apache Spark only. What is the Apache Spark? It's just a free, right? This is a freeware only, free software only. But hardware you have to buy. Hardware you need to buy. Bigger hardwares you have to buy. Software, who's going to be installing? You don't install. Databricks will be automatically installing the software when you use Databricks here. Am I clear? So that is what you got to understand. So if you wanted to work with big data today, we have Apache Spark. It is also called as a Databricks. Clear? So Databricks, who have invented Dr. Ali, he was the founder of Apache Spark and earlier working with Apache Hadoop. Those people only came out, invented Databricks in 2012. Databricks is going to be setting up your software. What software? Apache Spark. And we are going to be, storing large amount of data. Apache Spark is so faster today. Because of that, it is become so popular. We're talking about 2025, 2026. It is going to be so much faster, 100 times faster. And we are going to be using which language? Scala, even the people have given, but we are going to be using, this language. So people will say Python plus Spark. It is going to be called as, what language? PySpark we are going to be learning, or Scala by default you will be able to get it. So R also you can write, and Java you can also try any language, but everybody either going to use PySpark, Python plus Spark. Clear? Python and the Spark we are going to be using. It is called as PySpark. We are going to be learning Apache Spark means we are going to be learning PySpark and lot of things. Clear? So this is what is the complete thing that you got to understand. Clear? So the history. Now today I'm talking about what small amount of data means. We can store the data in the files. When you have small means, I'm talking about KBs of data. If you have a medium size of data, I'm talking about SQL or RDBMS. I'm talking about here KBs or megabyte of data. SQL means I'm talking about GBs of data. Now you have more bigger storage, that is large amount of data, that is terabytes of data. But after year 2000, what has happened? You have lot of data started coming in. That kind of a data is called as a big data. Who has given the name? Google company. So this kind of a data is called as small data, right? So even though we're talking about data today, small data, big data, how do you store? Hadoop is invented. This is a software. Now Hadoop is gone today. Apache Spark is there to store your data. Now files or SQL, we are talking about more structured data here, more about structured data here. Structured means what? Rows and columns. Even data where is also more about structured data. But now after year 2000, what kind of a data started coming in? Not only structured means rows and columns, means a table data, employee ID, employee name, employee salary is a table data, structured data. But after that, we got a lot of unstructured data also, means videos, audios, pictures, photos. This is called as a binary data or unstructured data. Or Spark and Hadoop also can store your semi-structured data, right? This is one more major shift happened. So before that, you cannot store any other data rather than only structured data. So 1960s when we start. Data warehousing is invented in 1990. Afterward, 20 years there is a gap. So it is started in 2003 Hadoop, and 2009 it is Apache Spark. You can see approximately 2000 and 2003 means 13 years. No R&D has done because people were happy with the structured data only, right? Now, after that only, if I have structured data, unstructured data means photos, videos, audios, where to store. So that kind of a provision is not there. Today, we have only these four in your IT industry, right? To store your data. Now, after that, what you do? You get the data from here, you get the data from here, you get the data from here, you get the data from here. On this, we are going to be writing AI or BI applications. AI means artificial intelligence, BI means business intelligence data analytics. Clear? So if you wanted to run AI or BI applications, you have to have the data. Who's going to be arranging this data? A data engineer. Depends upon the size of the data. You are the data engineer. So you should know SQL, you should know data warehousing, you should know Apache Spark, that is called as a Databricks today. Clear? So as a data engineer, you're only collecting the data, storing the data, and arranging the data. So you have to know SQL very well, this one very well, data warehousing very well, Apache Spark, nothing but your data bricks we're going to be learning. So SQL, data warehousing, Apache Spark, plus Python language, you have to have it. Python language, you need to have it so that you will be able to work with this as a data engineer. As a data engineer, you're going to be responsible for storing this data. Now we are talking about Chat GPT. Chat GPT is what kind of an application? It is a AI application. Where is the data? The data it is going to be giving it to you. Uh, the Chat GPT is going to be getting most of the data from the Spark only. It is going to be storing so much of a data here. This data may be some 100, 200 petabyte of data equivalent to 1,000 Himalayas size of data we're talking about. Okay, so this is the data now Apache Spark is storing it today. How it is able to store that much of a data, that we discuss in your Databricks. Databricks means Apache Spark only. So Apache Spark is the backbone for data engineering. Apache Spark is the or Databricks is the backbone for data engineering. So what we are going to be learning here most of the time, Databricks means Apache Spark, big data, how to store, how to retrieve, and how to process the data. We're going to be learning in Apache Spark, but not small amount of data. Your AI applications, BA applications may get the data from anywhere, but your AI application, especially Chat GPT, going to get the data from the Apache Spark or maybe from data warehousing, maybe from SQL, maybe from small files also. But most of the Chat GPT application is a Gen AI application, which is going to be getting the data from the Spark or Databricks. Am I clear? So this is what you have to know clearly. So data analytics means already you know. Many people know data analytics means understanding past. Okay. So understanding the past is called as a data analytics. But what is data science or AML? As we know, it is nothing but your predictions, predicting the future. So both of them needs a data. Who's going to be giving you the data? The data will be given by the data engineer, right? So data engineer is the guy who's going to be giving you a data for above people. So what you do, you're going to be collecting data from different sources and you're going to be cleaning the data. Clean the data, and afterwards you are going to be storing the data. Depends upon size. Normal SQL you may use, data warehousing you may use, or Apache Spark you are going to be using. Nothing but data bricks you are going to be using to store your data. Clear? So as a data engineer, you need to learn all of them. Plus Python is one language. Basics of Python you need to know. 30 days of Python you need to know so that you can become a data engineer. Right? If you the companies wanted to work with data analytics or data science means who's the supply? Who's going to be supplying the data? Data engineering team. Clear? So here data engineering team is very, very important. Next 5 years, I'm telling you, next 5 years, so you have data analytics, 50% of the chances for the jobs. And AI is also 50. But only data engineering next 5 years is going to be rocking because day by day you have getting more data. Day by day you are having more and more data. Next 5 years, data engineering, especially big data engineering, are called as a cloud data engineering, AWS data engineer, Azure data engineer, is going to be getting much more salary. It is not at all complex. Already you people would know SQL. If not, you need to learn SQL and Python. That's it. SQL is 2 months, Python is 1 month. Then remaining Apache Spark only we are going to be learning a lot. If you work on the Apache Spark, you are going to be nothing but your data bricks. It is a big data software, right? When you learn this, you will have much more salary packages in India and abroad. 3 years, when you put it, you can get a minimum 15-20 lakh salaries in India. In abroad, minimum 70K USD to 150K 200 USD salaries. You will be able to get it. 200K US salaries I'm expecting in US. So we are going to be learning all these things. Yeah, am I clear? So that is what I want to tell you. So I will take 5 more minutes and we'll stop the class. So I will tell you what is the cloud. Why cloud has become so popular. So before the cloud, we have what is called as on-prem or on-premises softwares are available. So you need to know what is what is on-premises, what is a cloud, so that you will be able to understand what is Azure. I will give you one small case study. The case study is that I would like to buy a own car. I wanted to buy my own car. To buy a own car, I have decided a Ford car I would like to buy. So you have to have a large cash or the loan amount, whatever it is, and you have to daily clean the car. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you, right? Or you wanted to also, if you have a driver salary also you need to have it. If you don't know the driving, so drivers salary you need to pay. What about injecting the fuel? Every week you need to have the fuel, or every day, depends upon the use of fuel, petrol or diesel, you need to have it. What about maintenance of the car? Every year or once in a year you need to go for the maintenance. What about insurance of the car? You have to go for the insurance. So when you buy a own car, it will be big headache for you. It will be a big headache for you. That is what is the biggest problem. So somebody told, I wanted to, I don't want to use this, because if I have own car, these are the biggest issue, these are the challenges, actual issues, right? These are the negative points. But somebody told, instead of this car, they told me, hey Bhaskar, go to Uber app and take a rental car. This is a rental car platform. What is the advantage here? So advantage is everything. So for example, if I wanted to buy a car, all these are disadvantages will become advantage. Do you need to have more cash? Answer is no. Right? Do you want to have to clean the car? No. You driver salary you don't give, and fuel you need not worry when you book a cab there. Maintenance of the car you don't do that, and insurance you're not going to be paying. So only pay as you go, right? Pay as you go. This is only one advantage. So it will be, what are the advantages of this car? It is very much cheaper, very much cheaper, 24 by 7 availability. Anytime you can book a cab, you will be able to get it. So you can book anything. Scaling up, scaling down is very, very easy. What do you mean by scaling up and scaling down? I would like to book 100 cars also, you can book it. You can get only cancel the car, that is also, so that is also fine. Availability is good. Scale up and scale down is very, very good. And no risk at all. If there is a accident tomorrow, you are safe. You can just get down of the car and run. But the complete damages will be taken care by the Uber company, or we have a Ola in India. Lot of other companies. What are these? These are a cloud. Cloud means what you need to know. Rental online platforms. Clear? Rental and online platforms. Online platforms. Now we are talking about a phone, own car. But think about a company like a Walmart company, or company like State Bank of India. 20 years back, they wanted to store their data. What they need to do? They have to buy hardware, and after that they need to buy software. After that, they need to configure, right? So configuration purpose, they need to have lot of employees, and to keep the employees, they need to have one office, right? The office is there not sufficient. You need to give a lot of other power supply has to be there. Power supply 24/7 it has to be there. If you don't have the power and buy generator, who's going to be maintaining generators? There is one more guy. Big headache for the companies. They need to maintain their own hardware, own software. It will be big risk if there is a problem. If there is an earthquake in that area, there is a fire accident in that area, they have to maintain one more copy elsewhere. So they have to maintain three copies. It will be big headache for the non-IT company like Walmart, State Bank of India, LIC. So maintaining own hardware, own software is completely bad idea, right? In 2003, a company called Amazon. So they said, instead of you taking hardware, software, we will give you rental software and rental hardware. That is the cloud. Okay, which company started? Cloud means rental platform. Which company? The first company, Amazon. Amazon told Amazon Web Services. This is AWS started in 2003. They told you don't buy any hardware, software. You tell me how many servers you need. What is the software to be installed? I will give you. You have to pay. You need to only give me the rental amount every month. So what is the advantage here? I need not buy the hardware. I need not maintain it. I need not have anything here. Everything will be taken care by Amazon company. The brand is called AWS, Amazon Web Services rental platform. Cloud means today rental platform. Pay as you go. That is very, very cheaper, right? Because of this, it is going to be everybody started using on premises to my own computers. Instead of maintaining my own computers, I wanted to go for the rental platform. What is scale up? Scale up means, for example, I think I need 100 computers, but tomorrow business comes down. I cannot sell which I purchased it, right? If I purchase 100 hardware, if I configure, tomorrow my sales is not so good. What I should do? I have to sell the remaining hardware and software. Can I sell it in the second hand market? I lose the money. Scaling up means if the business is increasing, I need to buy more and more computers. If my business is coming down, I need to sell my existing stuff. Both of them are difficulty. Scaling up, scaling down will be difficult. But rental, I can say, hey, from tomorrow I need 1,000 more machines. From day after tomorrow, I don't need 1,000 machines. I need only 100 machines. So rental means within a click of a button you can get it. Everything will be managed by Amazon company. It is started in year 2003, right? So after that, a second company is called Microsoft. So what is a Microsoft brand? The brand name is called Azure. Azure is the started in 2009, which is a rental hardware and software, not the car company, which is right. So that is you need to understand. It is started in 19 to Azure. So Azure is also one more cloud. Cloud means online rental platform. Then you have Google company. It is launched in GCP, Google Cloud Platform. right? So which is also rental hardware and software. Everything will be managed by the Google. You need not to worry about it. It is launched in 2012, I think. Clear? So these are the popular brands: AWS, Amazon Web Services, Azure from the Microsoft, GCP. When you go to Azure, which is an online platform, means simply similar to your youtube.com, similar to your any online URL, it is right. Cloud means it is online rental platform. What is that I can do? I can get the everything hardware software for rental online. Clear? You can store your data. That at Microsoft Azure company is going to be managing your data. If there is a problem, they will be able to maintain, but only thing is that you need to provide the every month maintenance subscription amount, right? Every month Netflix, you are going to be making the subscription amount, right? So depends upon that, the usage, you are going to be getting a bill every month. So you have to get Azure. So Azure is what? It is a cloud portal, right? It is a hardware software business, a rental platform. Why it is means because hardware is the rental platforms are cheaper, 24 by 7 availability. These are the advantages why people have stopped using on premises. On premises means own hardware, own software. On premises to cloud, we have shifted. That is the reason people are using Azure today, people are using AWS today, people are using GCP today. So, if you wanted to store large amount of data, what I told you, so I need a lot of hardware, right? Apache Spark is a software, but you need to buy a lot of machines. You need to have a lot of machines to install this, right? So what Databricks is going to be doing? Databricks, either it can go to Azure, okay, it can go to Azure, and it can get machines for rental and store this software. Then it will become Azure Databricks, or Databricks company also will go to AWS. Okay, so Databricks company also we can go to AWS and get what? Get the hardware from the AWS. So Databricks is again going to be installing this. Then it will become AWS Databricks. Clear? So Databricks company also can go to Google Cloud Platform, GCP, and the GCP also can provide software and hardware. So Databricks also can go and install Apache Spark here. So it will become GCP Databricks. So Databricks can be Azure Databricks or AWS Databricks, or it can be GCP Databricks. So Databricks is a software which is going to be installing Apache Spark. What is this? This is also a software. But if you wanted to install the software, you need to have hardware. So where I can get the hardware? I can get the hardware for rental either from here, or either from this. I can go and get. Apache Spark is a free software. Nobody is going to be charging you anything. Clear? But hardware, you need to take it. So who's going to be providing? If you provide, then I can also install in your machines. Clear? So nobody is going to be maintaining own hardware. Everybody is going for the rental platform. So we are going to be using this. Clear? So Apache Databricks is going to be using this. But now, what is a Azure Databricks, Azure Data Factory, Azure Data Factory, which is going to be ETL software. So we'll talk about it. We'll stop because you have to know what is a Databricks. I told you what is a data factory. I will tell you so that you will be able to understand everything. So I have large amount of data. Companies going to be having large amount of data anywhere. For example, think about Amazon company. Amazon company data will be available in US, UK, India. Amazon company data may be there in Java, .NET. We don't know. Some data in Java. It is maybe in India. Okay. Amazon company also running a business in US. It is maybe there in .NET. Amazon also have Dubai call center, some data in Excel sheets. So what normally we do, we are going to be getting all the data with the help of a ETL. ETL means extracting the data, transforming the data, loading the data. The ETL software is called ADF, Azure Data Factory, which is going to be getting the data from any computer and all the data. Where are we loading? We're talking about large amount of data. Remember, petabyte, zettabyte of data. We're talking about petabyte of data. All the data we are going to be storing somewhere. Either data can also go to two places. Either data, you can dump all the data into the a bigger machine you need to take, that is what is called data warehouse. Data warehouse you can have on premises. On premises means you can buy hardware, install SQL software and maintain, or you can also go to cloud, get the rental platform. Clear? So you can go, let us say you can understand a cloud. Cloud means you can go to AWS, or you can go to Azure, or you can go to Google Cloud platform. Any platform you can go, get a data warehousing for what do you say, for your storing, but or on premise. Or if you have a lot of pictures, photos and data warehouse will take only structured data. When you go to AWS or Azure or a Google Cloud, they will give you data warehouse store, large amount of data. You're going to be ingesting the data. You're going to be getting the data. Or if you have data, lot of photos, pictures, files, if you're getting that kind of a data, that kind of a data, cloud can store in data lake. One more thing that we'll discuss later, that is data lake. If it is a normal, tables data, it will be able to dump it here. If it is a picture or audio, video file, all the file data will be coming here to the data lake. Clear? So this is what we're going to be doing it. So ADF is going to be simply copying the data from here and is going to be storing the data into this. It is unstructured data. So even semi-structured data, even structured files also you can have it. A purely tables data means you can have it here. So these are the two places we're going to be having. So after this, we're going to be taking the data by the data bricks. It is going to be processing the data and dumping into elsewhere. So what is the data bricks exactly is going to be doing? I'm going to be talking about in tomorrow's, and ADF in detail I'm going to be talking about in tomorrow. So ADF means completely ETL. We have earlier SSIS also, Informatica also. But what are those SSIS and Informatica? Why cannot we use? Why we need to use ADF? What is the difference between SSIS and ADF? Even though we have a lot of SSIS and Informatica ETL tools are available, what is the difference? Why can't we use those things? That we will discuss in tomorrow's class. Okay, chalo. And what is the Databricks exactly is going to be doing? What ADF is going to be doing? We'll be talking about in tomorrow's class. Hope you have enjoyed it. Okay, so what is the cloud? I spoken about it. What is a on premises? I spoken about it. Right. So what is a data factory? Databricks have given you the brief introduction, but tomorrow we'll finalize. Okay, guys. If you have any questions, you will be able to ask me. Hope you have enjoyed this, guys. Tomorrow will be same time, same. We can have meeting ID. So meeting ID is the same. There is no chance. There is no change at all. Any other questions?